I think the way you got to look at finance is the same way you look at your diet. So understanding how important diet is understanding how important finance is. Your food is a tool, your money is a tool. One of the most important things you can do before anything, before even giving you information, the same with diet, is just be mindful. You know the basics of what you should and shouldn't do with money. You know the basics of what you should and shouldn't do when it comes to food and drink. And with finance, it's the same thing. It's being mindful. One of the first things I did was start doing a diary, a money diary. And there was a time when I would write down every penny I spent. Don't matter how much a drink's £2.50, I write it down. Like, it don't matter, I get a bus ticket or whatever. It could be 2 pence, I'm writing things down. And what that did, it kind of, again, it solidifies in your head how much you're spending. It makes it real to you, and it gives you a kind of a point of reference. And that's why I always put it to diet, because the same thing with diet, a lot of times people say, you should write a diet diary. Write down the calories you're having. What does that make you do? You start thinking about everything you eat. So you start thinking about everything you're going to spend, what you're spending your money on. And that's really the beginning of being financially literate, is being mindful. The biggest distraction is you thinking people care what you spend your money on. So you buying designer brands you don't need, clothes you don't need, to impress people who don't care either way. Once you get your mind over that, it kills a lot of your spending, a lot of your bad spending habits. A lot of people are buying trainers they don't need, clothes they don't need, spending money they don't really have. Once you eliminate that, it's kind of like half the battle, really. So yeah, eliminating bad spending habits is probably the best thing you can do. Really think about the things you want. Buy things because you want them. To me, that's one of the most important things you can do. I would say one of the worst things I did, which is what I just spoke about, is buying clothes that have no real value. So spending money on Averex jackets that cost £550 each or whatever, like, there's no need for it. It's not going to be fashionable. It might come back, okay, cool, whatever, but there's a lot of stuff that I bought around that time that I'm not wearing now. And again, it was a waste of money. Trainers, man, buying a new pair of trainers every 2 weeks or buying a new pair of trainers every week is cool, but again, for what? How many pairs of trainers can you really wear? And again, who you trying to impress? And why do you need to impress people? It's just those little questions. Once you get to the thing where I don't care, like I'm shooting a video today with trainers that I bought, I don't know, a month ago, whatever, 2 months ago. I don't really care, whatever. Like, if you got better trainers than me, good for you. Like, who gives a fuck?